Magical Thinking Barbie here. Um, so there was something else that was mentioned in this video with Donald Hoffman where he talks about booting up consciousness from unconsciousness. And I don't know if this is related or even if it's a real story, okay? This is me just free associating. I do not even consider myself smart. In fact, I've had a learning disability my entire life. So just keep that in mind, trolls. But a couple years ago, there was like this thing on the news about like a town where the people in the high school were all like, I don't know, had a tick, like they were sneezing uncontrollably, or they were, I think it was laughing, actually. I think they were all laughing uncontrollably. And, you know, the theory in psychology about mass hysteria that I think they're still kind of working on. But I was thinking to myself, if there is a type of mass consciousness that could be tapped into that could cause like huge groups of people, we're talking thousands or even millions of people, to instantly be able to do something that is superhuman, that we would all recognize like, oh, wow, that was super amazing. Like we're all able to, let's say, hover, you know, because I think the superpower of flying is kind of cool. Since in my dreams I'm hovering, I don't call it flying. I just call it hovering around, kind of like Peter Pan or something. But so what if we all recognized the steps to make hovering happen for millions of people? We all knew a type of theory, but maybe it was a physical step, or it was a series of mental somersaults that we did that we didn't even speak of. Maybe it was like we would take a step somewhat sideways, not exactly sideways, but somewhat sideways. We would just get into this mode where we knew exactly how it felt right to take that step. And then we thought of something, and then we did something else in our mind, and suddenly we were hovering. And everyone, without really knowing what the exact, or being able to explain the exact steps, were able to lock into what the other person did just by watching them take that step to the side. That wasn't exactly to the side, but you knew how to do it just by you practicing because something clicked in your brain. And then you were able to do some other series of somersaults in your brain to be able to hover yourself. Now, would that be called science? Because you can't discuss it, right? You can't discuss it. And in fact, your step to the side for the first step won't be exactly like the next person's step to the side. It'll look different, and maybe the next person's step to the side actually looks like they're spinning around instead, and then they do some other series of somersaults in their mind, and suddenly now they're hovering. And now we have millions of people essentially flying on their own just because they tapped into a type of mental telepathy that will never be able to be written down. You won't be able to prove it, but there you are, you're flying. You know, what happens then?